Welcome to the Influence Lab. Today, we will be deconstructing the personal branding journey of George Goh, an accomplished entrepreneur with aspirations of becoming the next president of Singapore. Now, George Goh's personal branding strategy is truly brilliant. It is like watching how to brand yourself like a president from scratch, considering George Goh did not have much personal branding presence online prior. There's so much to watch and learn. Now, let's get started. One of the reasons why George Goh's personal branding is so captivating is that he was virtually unknown to many Singaporeans until he stepped forward to pick up the nomination papers. His media team also mentioned that he had been thinking of running for the Singapore presidency 7 years ago. Interestingly, George Goh's social media presence was only established last year. If you take a look at George Goh's social media presence today, it is clear that you will see many president-like traits, as well as president-like activities. This seems to suggest that George Goh is doing his personal branding from scratch, with the goal of winning the hearts of Singaporeans. As I watched some of George Goh's videos online, it is clear that he is keenly aware of the importance of mindset when stepping into a new identity, even from a young age. Let's take a look at George Goh's interview with esteemed host Belinda Lee.
Discussing about the poverty of my family. We cannot continue this way. It's a big argument. I decide say enough is enough. If I believe myself just a general worker, I will continue to be a general worker. I go and set up my small little factory with my the other twin brother and with another friend. No capital, virtually we put a few thousand people together. I know nothing about business at that point in time, especially in accounting, legal framework. But this few things did not stop me because I think it's important. I learned along the way.
A quote that really stood out to me was George Goh saying, "If I believe myself to be a general worker, I will continue to be a general worker." From a young age, George Goh already understood that the positive identity shift starts with the mindset. He then acted on this mindset by setting up his own little factory with people he trusted. In spite of knowing very little about entrepreneurship, he decided to learn along the way. Very soon, his identity shifted from that of a factory worker to a business owner. This mindset also creates an upward spiral to George Goh's personal branding strategy as an aspiring presidential candidate. Step 1. George Goh believes that he can be a good president for Singapore. Step 2. His public relations team then focuses on documenting many goodwill activities and these president-like traits on his social media. Step 3. Based on the president-like videos, photographs, and stories, many Singaporeans see that George Goh could potentially represent Singapore well, both locally and internationally, as president. This then becomes a positive cycle and results in an upward spiral, leading to an identity shift from entrepreneur to highly credible presidential candidate. Really brilliant. In his personal branding journey, George Goh created a winning narrative that resonated with the public. He employed 3 key strategic narratives to create an impactful brand for his presidential campaign. These narratives are strategic because they are highly unique to George Goh as part of his authentic storytelling. Firstly, he embraced the Rags to Riches story, highlighting his journey from humble beginnings to achieving success as an entrepreneur. This narrative captured the imagination of many, showcasing George's determination and resilience. Another significant aspect of George Goh's personal branding is his commitment to being non-partisan. By presenting himself as someone who transcends political affiliations, he appealed to a broader range of voters who sought a fresh, independent voice in leadership.
The last 41 years, of course, I don't sit in any GIC or government-linked company or any political party. I focus my family, I focus my business. Of course, it's my philanthropy as well for the mission. Because I have no attached with any affiliation, so I think Singapore in this year we must have an independent candidate.
Moreover, George Goh's personal branding seems to be driven by a strong personal mission that is spiritual and of something bigger than himself.
The most important for her is I serve in the mission. This is very important. She say, one thing I like about you is you're very mission-minded. I say yes. To me, mission is a key because I set up my life in 3 pillars. First one is my family. I always put first my family. Second is my business. Third is my mission community.
As seen by this video, George Goh also seems to be all about leaving a legacy. He focuses on addressing key societal issues and presenting himself as a champion of the people. This mission-driven approach could resonate with voters looking for a leader dedicated to making a positive impact on their lives. We can expect these 3 threads of strategic narratives to continue playing out should there be a presidential contest. Ever wondered why politicians love posing and taking photographs with babies and the elderly? Ultimately, beyond the mindsets and strategic narratives, politics is a game of winning hearts. And usually, sharing important moments and stories from your wholesome private life is a great way of winning hearts. Because members of the public can definitely relate. Beyond his professional achievements, George Goh's personal branding extends into his private life. He actively portrays himself as a good father, husband, son, and mentor, emphasizing the values of family and community. As a good husband and son, George demonstrates his commitment to his family, highlighting the importance of strong relationships and work-life balance. By showcasing his role as a loving father, he appeals to the concerns and aspirations of parents across the nation. Additionally, George's emphasis on mentorship showcases his dedication to fostering future leaders and contributing to the betterment of society. This multifaceted personal branding strategy allows voters to connect with George on a deeper, more personal level, fostering trust and relatability. Let us now summarize what we have learned so far. There are 3 components to George Goh's personal branding strategies as a presidential candidate. 1. Mindset. A good mindset is essential to a key identity shift. 2. Strategic narratives. This includes the right to riches stories, a non-partisan emphasis, and being mission-centered. 3. Winning hearts by sharing snippets of private life of George Goh as father, son, husband, mentor, and mentee. We are likely to watch these 3 components strengthening over time. Overall, George Goh's PR team has done a pretty decent job with his personal branding for the presidency from scratch. Should there be a contest, it will be interesting to observe how the other potential candidates, such as Tharman, might tweak their personal branding strategies to campaign. I guess we will be learning new personal and heartwarming stories of Tharman then, as a husband, son, father, mentor, and mentee soon. And I am really looking forward to that because it will add a lot of heart to his stable and intelligent persona. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments below what you think of the role of personal branding in politics and who you would like to see as the next president. Till next time, stay informed.